were aiming at his build. They saw that shield crack that Mr. Savage forced himself, so they pay a bit more attention to that left fight. He goes right. Good distraction. His counterpart, I drop up top with Map. They're looking good. Two separate bases side by side. They're going to pick apart anyone that's moving in for free. And yeah, you mentioned it's kind of tough for a lot of these teams to get the search as solos. I mean, it's even harder not only because of pressure, but every team's going to be making a lot less mistakes in this final game. They're looking to make the safe play, looking to build up as they move around. Even for Map here, seeing multiple teams, he can barely find the tags he needs.
$500 above that threshold. A much more comfortable position than what some of his counterparts will be in. Thomas and Malabuka, we always know what threat they possess. And it looks like this game they decided that we're going to go Mega City and claim the vault, something we saw them try to do at times in qualifiers. We didn't know whether or not it'd translate, whether they'd be able to do it and execute in the grand finals. But they have done it in game 12. We'll see what that actually leads to. Teeny and Misha in the storm, just beneath that Rift Island. But they were the ones that were up on top of it, claiming those pulse rifles. But look at Mr. Savage down on Surge. The zone ticking away. You can see all those open edits. Players are going to be looking at him. And he's down to just tank the storm just to try and get some damage, bait those teams into peeking, but they aren't taking the bait. He needs to start dealing damage and fast. No, Mr. Savage falls. That's going to be the end of their run. And with how strong iDrop and Mappy are looking set up in this lobby, the chances of them holding on to their position in the Global Championship qualification spot is not looking good. Gripey and Flixie fall now as well. Oh dear, Gripey, Flixie were looking so strong, so tough throughout the day, Shayo. And just in this final game, the game that they couldn't allow it to slip, they have.
The day 2 duos filtered out on the 6th zone. The last game. And now it's all up to some of these other teams that Mini was mentioning, that Levin, you were mentioning, to catch up. Sizable gap between Savage and iDrop and Mappy. It's about 20 to 30 points. Gripey down though. Vanyak down though. Seti and Cammy have a little bit of room to work with and elevate as well.
That's mad.
That's 3 teams. Three teams down.
Of the teams. 3 of the 5 teams that had a qualification spot secured coming into this game are currently down, and they have to watch and hope. You see the pain in Gripey's eyes. He knows how big this is. And they just have to hope that the likes of iDrop, Mappy, the likes of Blatcher and Mixon don't have these huge games that take their spaces.
Those are the realistic duos that can take over. Past that, the dreams, the miracles that might happen this game. Steno and Lucia, Diox, Endelex, Chulex, Chico, and all the way far away, Reason and Janice. Now, these guys have those controlling games that we see out of Guizy and Vino that have so many eliminations from high ground, from split height, under so much control. If they have those record-breaking elimination games, they have a chance here to hit up top. There's 3 teams that kind of fell down. Who's on defense, though? It is Malabuka and Thomas, who's left on the bottom side of that top 7, of that top 8.
Lucian Senna may not know it, but this game could be the game that changes it all for their careers. This game could be the one that catapults them into the global stage, the biggest tournament they'll ever play in, potentially. But it just has to be a big game. It has to be. And right now, things aren't looking strong. Yes, their biggest competition is down, but they need to start thinking about how they can put themselves in power positions. It's not a case of just surviving the game. That's not enough.
Not even hitting top 5. I think this needs to be a win for any of these teams that are 60 to 70 points away, or just eliminations padding up for that win. And that starts here, this 7th zone. That starts with having 3 to 4 eliminations already in your pocket, max mats, something special in your inventory, or just a prime position to be able to have control. You cannot just pass by. That is absolutely true. Cammy and Sunny, though, they're looking to just stay alive. They want to just keep their points updated.
And of all the teams in the lobby right now, outside of Queasy and Vino, you'd probably say they're some of the best at it. Tasting a mustache in that category as well. Not looking too good on Surge, though, just 43 above.
Jason will fix that very soon. So many teams not moving in. Lots of more space to take over towards the north side of this circle. 1 above, 7 below. It's just a matter of a few bullets. Malabuka and Thomas might be their target. They'll look over. Sano Luce, trouble! And you can't run into even a hair of it. They're down. They're gone. The next miracle story, Diox and Electron seen on every box. Might be the wave. Cammy taken out by Taste and just knocked them.
Just a knock. But I don't know if Seti will be able to pick him up. He's thinking about it. At the end of the day, though, they're split right now. So he has to even just try and get to him. And as he looks to try and get to him, he'll take a big chunk of damage. Doesn't even have any shields or anything to put himself back up. Cammy's dropped what he had, but they are down.
Cammy and Seti gone, but they were very sky high in terms of how many points they had. They were 8. I drop and Matt trying to attack them. 388 points.
And their saving grace is that Mustache and Tayson, Malabuka and Thomas are still alive in this one, right? Those two teams doing as well as they are means the slots keep falling.
And that means that those two teams with Queasy down have a better chance of controlling the game. Vino's not going to have free height. Mixon's trying to take things into his own hands. Him and Blacha, side by side with other teams, are looking to be aggressive as they move.
We talked about how these guys started to slow down in the second day. If there was ever a time to speed up, it would be now.
Acceleration's definitely needed. And they're already fast. This is the fastest I've seen them getting to the next point of zone. They're faster than Pablo Wingo. How many times can you say that about any duo inside the scene in EU? It's iChop and Matt who are on high ground, though. I talked about Queasy being down. The classic sleeper with Vino being aggressive. That combination of wins that have gotten 6 out of the day is not going to be here. These guys can take it all the way home.
And if coming into the finals, you would have told me that iDrop would come out better of the split between him and Mr. Savage. With how this season has gone, I wouldn't have believed you. Things weren't looking too good. They were a team in the Surge week that had to try to qualify through that stage. And now they might just be on their way to the Global Championships.
One more test. They do have height, but they can't make a mistake. We've seen so many teams look for that chop down. This is game 12. Everyone will look for a win, and that starts on high ground. Vino will be on low, though. This is just a victory lap for him. He's looking for any chance to delay any other person's game and possibly even have a clutch of his own here towards the very end. Landed in a tree, a little bit of aggression from other teams, but he lands soft and is able to get his health back up.
Yeah, and this is just a chance for Vino to remind us of why he's so good. iDrop's fallen, though. It's at the hands of Kuro. So it's going to have to be a big cut from Matt. iDrop has no chance to help his teammate. Matt's dropping down into boxes. Needs to try to find space. But look at his material shield. Look at those shields. He has none. He doesn't have anything to replenish himself. Needs a refresher now.
Needs a miracle, needs a prayer. Matt with 2 hands together on the shotgun. Look to see what he can do next. Red Eye reloaded. One player needs to pass by, and he needs that split-second shot to land straight to the head. 470 damage above. You can play with patience, but this is the clutch of Matt's career. Moving forward, kinetic blade in hand, one more charge, but his shields get knocked out. Wood layer below him, so he can easily penetrate that base, but he elects to go towards the zone. Matt looking for his next target, but does not choose this box. There's knocks inside, but he's not going to choose to dive. Matt looking lost, confused, dazed. Where can he be? What can he see? Nothing for now. Somehow still alive. The target is so much fire, but not getting hit. One with the world around him. He takes out Vino and gets that refresh.
Takes down the MVP of the tournament to keep his tournament alive, to keep his hopes of globals alive.
Still running through the middle of every single build. He's on the most dangerous layer. He could fall at any moment to 5 different duels below him. Just has the basics in his inventory, nothing else. Meanwhile, Thomas down below, securing that spot. But we have to see what's up with Matt. Is he the one able to make this clutch happen? Malabuka also controlling a lot of his bottom side. Matt will fall. Were his points enough is the question, as Asa gets removed as well. Tayson following through, moving in. Him and Mustache have their backs glued together.
A grudge match between Major One's first and second place teams on low ground. They're going to wipe out anybody else that's here. But you see Thomas and Malabuka down beneath them, waiting for Tayson and Mustache to drop.
Bevy's up against the wall. We've seen this so many times before. Thomas is lethal at these angles. They're waiting. They're patient. It's up against Taysom now. And Malabuka elects to just stay with that zone. More pressure up top as Q-Roll finally falls. Malabuka still waiting. Bevy's picking up a few in the feed. Thomas is right beside him too. They pack so much damage in this little box and they take another one out.
Bevy's falls in the back of the zone, and that won't stop Thomas. They're going to keep going for more. It's Misha and Teeny. They're the ones that hold height in this final game. They're the ones that have had the time of their lives. Easy as can be. Kiro trying to cause Manic, trying to cause chaos down below, and he's going to leave Flodax to do it alone. Teeny started to drop down, and Flodax has a response.
Any win here is a difference in thousands of dollars for a lot of these teams. Flodax are going to make that money, but Malabuka says, that's my bag. No chance. And he keeps moving. 3 teams now left.
It's taking them to the final game, but they are here, and you can see them. Their biggest rivals just beneath them right now. Teeny and Misha trying to force a fight between the two. They can't afford to stay low. They need to be able to go down or go up. They have to pick their spot.
Firepower of pulse rifles from the skies. The reputation. The fear emanating from down below. What will they choose? Thomas chooses the sky, and he does not land the second shot. Malabuka now healing up inside the zone, leaving Tayson to the last fight, but he also gets absolutely clapped down. Mustache now up against the wall, and Teeny has that med missile pop, has the angle, and gets the absolute huge siphon. Mustache against Malabuka.
Former duos, former brothers, now trying to fend off each other. It's looking like earlier in the season, heel of Royale, but right now Mustache doesn't have enough to outlast his former teammate. Malabuka with the splashes was just too much to handle, and another game where Malabuka and Thomas can show what they can do.
Perfection from this team when pressure is so high. That's what you can expect. And that was such a roller coaster of emotions for everyone that was involved.
With what has been a phenomenal 12 games, it's good to see some of our highest teams from Major 1 showing off and making it look like a repeat, right? We saw that battle so many times last Major, and we get to see it again here in Major 2, a reminder of why those 2 teams are so good.
Those 2 teams were in that top 5, meaning 2 more teams will be able to qualify on the overall leaderboard. There were the last 2 left, and they give us a reminder what FNCS is all about. It's consistency, it's power, it's greatness. They're always here to play.
Oh man, Malabuka and Thomas though. It doesn't matter which one of it is. Whichever one, you can guarantee they will pull off something crazy as a solo, and they wrap up the day so well. But like you were saying, Shayo, the biggest thing that everybody will be thinking about is who were the teams that were able to do it. iDrop had that crazy moment where he was going down. Mappy then had to clutch up. Was his points enough? Who actually are the 5 teams that are going to qualify for the Global Championship?
That is the big question. The only people that have that answer are Adam and the analysts. So what do we got?
We have ourselves an FNCS EU Grand Finals Duo Champions. It's official. It has happened. You guessed it. It's Queasy and Vino, your champions! Yes! Unbelievable to see. Absolutely deserved. They have been incredible all weekend long. So many victory royales, so many high ground takes, eliminations. Taco, well deserved all round.
Beautiful finesse from this duo. Everybody knew that they had it in them. To see them finally solidify their reign over EU here in Chapter 4 Season 2, it's fantastic. But also, they broke records. 2 of them. Veno just had to hit the hat trick. The individual eliminations record having finally been established by Veno with 38 in grand finals here. And guess who he beat? It was Cammy.
Look, records were broken. There used to be a saying that high ground won matches, low ground won tournaments. Where did that saying come from? Because Queasy and Vino, they dominated this Major 2 grand finals from the clouds. It was incredible.
It was the whole thing from start to finish was theirs. They felt like they were constantly in control. They always seemed like they had the strats every single day. They managed that high ground. Queasy sending Veno out to saying, Veno, go do your thing. Go down there, get the eliminations, and just break records. And I mean, they're both of them together. They've previously won FNCSs. Now together, it's official and so well deserved. I mean, what separates them from the rest of the players out there, do you think, this weekend, this season?
Honestly, it's just a statement performance from Queasy and Veno. This is a team that is nonstop grinding, nonstop been critical of their gameplay, working tirelessly alongside their coach BloodX, and you can see the fruits of their labor coming into full fruition here today with the closure.
Look, preparation, minimal mistakes, knowledge, mechanics, they have it all. They have everything. They made the least amount of mistakes in the lobby, and they dominated, annihilated their opponents. They did everything they had to take home that trophy.
Absolutely. And it would not be a Global Championships as well this year without Queasy and Veno in it, would it?
No, it definitely would not feel the same by any means. I mean, Queasy even feeling so confident after everything that they had amassed throughout these 2 days of competition. He even threw up the stream for the last game.
Literally, like, they're just having fun at this point. You know, last game, like, you know, we already took home the Axe of Champions. Might as well celebrate it a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's been absolutely incredible from start to finish. But let's go to the standings and see how things tallied up and who's going all the way. This is your results from our EU Grand Finals here at Major 2. And you can see Queasy and Veno. But look at the rest of the leaderboard here. Mustache and Tayson in second place means they were already qualified, so it goes down to the next players. And you can see here Malibu and Thomas creeping to already qualified. Where do we currently stand here, Taco? Who's going in the finals?
It's the heartbreak moment, though, for Vadil and Mr. Savage, because I dropped Mappy's clutch there at the end. That final refresh moment onto Veno gave him exactly the amount of juice he needed to finish out with a high enough finish to overtake in the leaderboard.
Look, although it might be a little bit of a heartbreaking moment for Mr. Savage and Vadil being one placement off Global Championships, there's also a bright side to the story. This is the first time Mr. Savage has been top 10 in an FNCS Grand Finals since Chapter 2, Season 8, and I know this is just going to be that much more motivation going into Major 3.
Absolutely great point to make there. 100% agree. And you can see as well the earnings as well. All of our players, accolades aside, the prize money as well. $910,000 we had it. $200,000 going to Queasy and Veno. But such an enormous amount of money for each of our duos in this top 10 here. Absolutely incredible stuff, Taco.
Yeah, and again, I think it can't be stated enough. Looking at Grippe and Flixie, we are following along with them pretty heavily, especially throughout day number 2 here. So to see them make their way into globals in a pretty convincing fashion. I mean, we saw the player cam moment when Grippe went down, when he was forced into that solo situation, isolated, alone, trying to make sure to keep his wits about him. And again, it played out well just because of what they'd been able to amount throughout.
Right, yeah, this is their best FNCS Grand Finals placement. I mean, top 6, $50,000. I mean, I'm not complaining with that.
Yeah, not at all. Not at all. In fact, we should take this for a second, digest this, but let's head over to Levin and Shire and find out what you two have for us first. The rest of the regions around the world, what happened?
Thanks so much, Adam. I mean, FNCS all across the globe, absolutely amazing, including EU, the absolute Godzilla's coming out of Kenjutsu Crossing, winning it over. We'll see them over at that Globals at the end of the year. Asia, though, Levin, that was absolutely amazing to watch.
Albert, Jay, they were able to make it through. Impressive stuff. I think we've seen that Asia has so much talent, and I can't wait to watch these guys do their thing at the Global Championship.
Yeah, Oceania as well, Sunstoggin, and on KTN. These guys look so good, so much fun to watch. I want to see how they actually rank up against the rest of the world, too.
Yeah, Suns and Anon, they've been doing their thing for quite a while now, and picking up that victory in the FNCS is big, but I think even bigger than that for them, a chance to get a trip to Copenhagen and do what they can. Middle East, though, Cal, 7-man, these guys were able to win over there. I'm still waiting to see a Middle East team really rock the boat at an international competition, and I really hope it's these guys.
And, you know, they got the passion, absolutely, and it's just so much fun to see FNCS across the globe. Lots more to break down, though, so Adam, what else do we got?
We have something so unbelievably special. We've had some fantastic guests here across the course of our FNCS Grand Finals weekend, but right now we are delighted to be joined by one of our champions, the almighty Queasy joins us. Congratulations, Queasy, to you and Vino. It's been amazing. I mean, a cliche question, but how are you feeling? You are officially the FNCS champion this season. How do you feel?
I'm feeling good. I've wanted that pickaxe for a long time, so I'm super hyped to get it.
Yeah, and rightfully earned. But honestly, Queasy, I have a question, or actually several, that are a little bit more intended towards Veno. Maybe you can help answer them. But what type of shower head does he use? What blanket does he sleep with? How many pillows are on his bed? And what kind of food does he eat?
I've heard he doesn't eat much before the tournaments. About the shower, I don't know. I have to personally ask him, but yeah, I don't know. He's just the best player, I'm not gonna lie.
That's great. Now look, from the Heartbreak to Invitational to now taking home that Axe of Champions in Major 2. You have a position in the Global Championship. I want to know, what are the next steps in preparation to continue this power forwards?
I mean, we just moved forward. We new meta, new season, everything's new. I think with the addition of this season's coach, Bloodix, I mean, you can see what happens. I think it's just a dream team.
We've chatted a lot this weekend about records broken by yourself and Venno. It's been incredible to watch unfold. But the Victory Royales are coming one after the other after the other. For you as a player as well, in that situation, seeing that you're getting these Victory Royales, how do you feel that moment? You know, how are you managing to always kind of retain composure and win every one of those? I think 5 in a row, which was so impressive.
I mean, we just do the same thing every game. Basically, we repeat the same thought process. We got it down to like literally the best we could. We've played scrims all season. We worked so hard. I think like